Hello, and welcome to a Dirty Bird Christian Experience. This is my friend Sonny.
Hi everyone.
We're going to be doing, once again, the testimony series. Just call it that for now until I can come up with a better name. So we're just going to talk to Sonny. Sonny's got a really cool story, but I'm going to mostly try and let him tell it with just some prodding. So Sonny is hilarious. He's very active at our church, and just generally awesome guy to be around. So, Sonny, why don't you tell him a little bit about yourself?
Thank you so much for the kindest word from you, man.
You're welcome.
My name is Sonny Leonardi. I was born and grew up in Indonesia, and I came here to United States 1992.
92.
Yes.
So you've been here for a while. How old were you when you came here?
That's a secret.
Fair enough.
I was 22 years old. 22, 20. I was born in 1967.
Awesome. Okay. So, what was your life? When did you come to Christ?
When I was a kid, I started to go to church when I was like first, second grade
Okay.
in Indonesia. But Indonesia, I just want to tell you a little bit about Indonesia.
Yeah,
Indonesia is like 85% Muslim country.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have expected Muslim.
All my family from my mom's side is a Buddhist.
Buddhist.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my dad is some Buddhist, some Muslim people. You know.
Okay.
But my mom and my dad, they're trying to put me and my brother and I to go to church. And back then when I was kid, like I said, one of my neighbor, there's old people and daughter, they trying to reach out all the kid in that area.
That's cool.
Yeah, I wish. I mean, I'm trying to find them, to want to talk to them. I want to say thank you to them. They introduced me to Christ.
Have you not been able to find them yet?
No.
Okay, well, I hope you do.
Yeah.
Hope the Lord helps you with that. Okay, so you started going as a kid. Did you get saved as a kid? And
Yeah, as a kid, I started to go to church, to know Jesus. But when I grew up, when I was in the junior high, then I started to do the bad thing.
do the bad thing. That's a good way of putting it. Do the bad thing. All right.
To do not I supposed to do.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, let's backtrack a little bit. What made your parents, who came from a Buddhist and Muslim background, want to put you into church?
Yeah, because they say they know there's back then I don't think they're real Christian, but they know, they said if you have one of the religion in your life,
Okay.
you be good life, have a good life. They know that.
Okay. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. A lot of people send their kids to church just, at least in America, to almost get that moral kind of
Yep.
upbringing behind them. So I understand that 100%. Let's progress along the story. What happened then until you actually started serving Christ with your full heart and got away from whatever the bad was? What happened in that period of time?
Yeah, since I was young, I want to be a businessman. I want to be entrepreneur. I want to be number one, And all I do is I never thinking was the good way. I mean, the right way to go there. to go to that position, and all the bad things that I was a drug dealer, I was gambling, open the gambling, illegal gambling.
You doing it or?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
doing it in Indonesia.
Okay. So just basically striving after money and power.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. I think there's a lot of people that still do that to this day. Some people never figure it out. Okay. So what led you to coming to America then?
Indonesia, be honest to you, I came to America because I have a problem with the police in Indonesia. I don't know, can I say?
I think that's enough. I don't think anything more needs to be said. Okay, so you came to America to get away from law enforcement in Indonesia. Okay, so you come to America. Are you serving the Lord at this point, or are you still kind of running from Him?
I really not really into it. I mean, I still want to be, I came to the church every day. I serve the Lord, but I don't have relationship with Him. Just come to the church to meet the friend, to hang out. And there's California. I came the first time. They have a food after.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, after what they call after service, they have this one.
Like a potluck type of thing.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay, that's a good reason to come to church. Lots of people started coming to church for food, so. Okay, so when did it click for you? When did that, because for me, my relationship, like I really understood it and understood what God wanted for me when I had an encounter with Him, talking about with another person. If you need to see my testimony, you can go back to some of my older videos. I go over that. But I had a moment in my life where my relationship changed when I said to the Lord, look, I want to come back to you. I don't want it to be because I'm in trouble or in pain or something's wrong. I just want to do it because I love you. I wanted it to be like those, like I knew. And I prayed that prayer. And after that, my life turned around instantly, and I grew that fire. What was that moment for you?
Actually, that moment when I started to come to Bethesda. Be honest to you, this church, Bethesda, is real family too. They accept me when I moved from California to Oklahoma, 2001. They accept me as I am, and especially Pastor Dekes, he's really patient. There's a lot of bad thing. I'm still doing it back then, but I know God. See, like right now, this is the time moment that I give everything into God. I feel that when I know God and personally, when I have relationship with Him, that relationship you cannot. I never have it before. See, like power, fame, money. I thank you that what I have right now,
Yeah.
But I always say they just add on. The most important thing that I want to be close with Jesus.
Yep.
Yeah. I want His presence, because in His presence that everything's become new. And like you say, I'm a flipping houses. I always pray every morning. I say, God, have your way in me, lead me every step of my life. Should I buy this house? Should I do it right now? I'm waiting on His direction. I'm not again, but He's in me. He is the one that I don't know what the word. It's awesome.
It's just a way of leaving you speechless in
Yes.
such a way, and that's something, if you haven't felt that before, a relationship with the Lord is not just going to church and talking about God.
Yeah.
It is talking to God. It is living for. When that relationship really truly sparks off, pleasing Him is the only thing you want to do. There is nothing else you want to do but be pleasing to Him. When you have that moment with Him, when you're in the Spirit and you feel His presence, there's nothing greater than that.
Yep.
That is what drives us to go every day, to do more, to help others feel that. There's an entire world hurting, and so much of it could, almost all of it would be solved, all of it will be solved with the Lord. And if an individual can just connect with the Lord in that way, their lives too will be changed. So, what are your plans for trying, with the flipping of houses, to get you moving forward into, and hopefully connecting more with Indonesia? So explain to you, that the audience, the viewer, what you were trying to do with that, or what you're hoping to do with that.
I'm hoping in the business side, my wife and I, we agree to helping first-time home buyer. I remember that, a lot of people, most of people, they want to have their own house, but it's hard to get our own house. I'm a realtor too, and especially when for first-time home buyer, they're gonna get the FHA loan, and then the seller side is hard to dealing the way. They don't want a FHA loan because it's too strict. That's my wife and I desire to help first-time home buyer.
That's awesome, because I can tell you from first experience, when me and my wife bought our first home, we didn't have to go FHA. We ended up going with Vets, the veteran one. But there was so much that we did not know when looking for a house, and God can use people in all areas, and so that's fantastic. I'm glad to see you, especially since our church is producing more and more people that out of the shelter and stuff that are trying to get going. Hopefully we can get to a point to where we can streamline and really help them get into it too. Because God cares about every aspect of an individual's life, not just, a lot of people think it's all the spiritual, but it's not. God cares intimately about your finances, about the people at your job that might be causing you problems. He cares about the condition of your home and your car. He knows where you're at. And as the Bible says, if He's willing to provide for the birds of the air, how much more so than for us? And we just have to know to trust Him, go to Him. And like Sonny, He's putting people in position to help with those aspects, which as a church, this is what the early church did, right?
That's right.
Sold all their possessions and helped each other completely and totally. And that is what we were called to do as Christians. Well, Sonny, I thank you for this.
One more thing.
Okay.
Like God said to Abraham, I will bless you, and then to be blessed for someone else. That's my wife and I. We desire to be a hand of the Lord.
That's fantastic. There's no better feeling, is there? When you're doing what you're supposed to do for the Lord, everything else just falls into place, and contentment and happiness abound in that individual.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. I love you. Love your wife.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for doing this. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time on A Deeper Christian Connection. Bye.
Bye-bye.